Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your August 2024 reading. I know it's a little bit late, I do apologise, I hope it's still of use to you. There's just been lots of life stuff going on here over the last few weeks. Hopefully it's calming down now, so I'll be able to get back on track with my schedule. I hope all is well in your world today. Thank you so much for joining me still. I'm going to find the general energy and theme of the reading, I'm going to use these Ganesha cards by Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield, which was one of 3 packs that I asked which I should use for the theme of this month's reading. So we'll go straight into it. And we will find you 3 cards that will give us your general energy, your general theme of this month's reading. And don't forget, this is just a general reading, so just take from it what you will. Just leave behind what you don't. And remember, it's for you if you are Scorpio, Sun, Moon, not Muse, or Rising. So, right, off we go. We have got insight, we have got capacity to love, and we have got spiritual practice. So I'm getting the general feeling from these 3 cards that this month is all about you looking within to find insight, using your spiritual practice, whatever that is for you, to using that to go within and find that insight. And also by doing that, by connecting with our spiritual practice, we are also cultivating that lovely loving energy for ourselves and for others. So I'll pop those to one side, and we're going to use the Rider-Waite deck to get a little bit more insight into your past, present and future energy, and then we're going to use these as well to find a little bit of guidance to help you through the rest of this month. So let's find the past energy for Scorpio. Okay, also if you don't forget, if you really resonate with the reading, or it does connect with you, please do let me know how and why in the comments. And also if you want to like and subscribe, then that means that you're never going to miss out on a reading, and also that it helps my channel to grow. So that would be great. So let us find 3 cards for your general past energy. The King of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and the Tower. Okay, so I think maybe you have begun finding your insights in the recent past, because we have the Tower card, and that is the card of, it can be sudden bursts of insight, it can be epiphanies, it can be a real, shift in the way that you are thinking, which is what I think that is for you. I think something's happened that's given you a real sort of bolt out of the blue and made you really be able to have a more in-depth, closer look at a situation and get more insights and more information about something. We've got the King of Cups and we have the 8 of Swords. Now the King of Cups speaks of being really in control of your own emotions, being able to manage something and I think maybe something in the past you've maybe struggled a little bit to do that. So we've got the King of Cups. He's sat on his throne in the middle of the ocean. All the waves are sort of quite high around him. There's lots of turmoil within the water around him. The water, don't forget, symbolises our deeper emotions, but he's still sat on his throne. He's feeling really confident, he's looking confident, he's not being shaken by the turmoil that's going around him on an emotional level, and he's just sitting and waiting it out, because he knows now that keeping a calm head and a levelled emotion is how to best get through the situation. Maybe that's something you've learned over the the past few years. We have the Eight of Swords, and she's in a prison of her own making. She's loosely bound, she's loosely blindfolded. She could get out of it at any time, but yet she chooses to stay there, imprisoned and surrounded by this half circle, semicircle of swords, which, you know, it's an easy get out, but yet she's choosing to stay there. So in your recent past, I think, despite the fact that you've held your ground with your emotional body, I think maybe your mind has been really doing a number on you, and you know, you may be overly critical, overly and self-analyzing yourself, you know, and being overly critical with yourself. But I think this has been the cause of this huge mental epiphany, a realization about something, where what you thought something was really has been blown out of the water, and you're having to rebuild your thoughts and feelings on the matter from the ground upwards. So, sorry, that was a little bit garbled. That was really difficult to get out there for some reason today. Apologies. So, let's have a couple more cards to find your general clarifications of this situation. Okay, we have the Sun and we have the Fool. So this tells me that whatever has been going on in your recent past, this you know, this mental epiphany of realization and insight into a situation has been the best thing that could have ever happened, because we've got the Sun, it's the best card in the pack, and we have the Fool, and he is setting off on a new journey. So whatever it is, it may be shaking you to your core, but it's all for the best. It's one of those situations that a few months down the line you'll be like, oh my God, that was the best thing that's ever happened. You know, that you know, it felt really difficult at the time, but you know, it's worked out really well. So it's setting you off on a new journey and on a new adventure. So let's have a little bit of a look at what your current energy is, Scorpio. Let's sort these cards out. I'll try not to throw them all over the place today. Okay. Oh, we've got one. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Four of Swords. And we've got the Justice card. So fours are generally about creating stability. Obviously, there's four pillars into a building, isn't there, for stability. A square has got four corners. It's a card of building on something, or it's a number of building. So we have the Four of Cups. And in the Four of Cups, he's sat there and he's looking at all of his three cups in front of him, and he's not really that happy with what he's got. But he's being offered another cup, another option, another something that's going to help him create the stability, to create something to move on with whatever it is that he's got in mind. And we've got the Four of Swords, which is all about building inner peace, building strength. And so I actually feel like this first card, this Four of Cups, is actually building clarity. And I know it's not a sword card, but I think, you know, you've actually whatever's happened that's really changed the way that you think about something, or made you realise that something actually wasn't the way that you thought. It's actually giving you clarity on the things that are in front of you, the things, maybe the job that you've been doing, the house that you've been living in, the people that are surrounding you aren't really in alignment with you anymore. And so you're feeling a little bit, oh, well, what do I do now? This just doesn't feel right. This doesn't seem to fit. You know, these cups that I've got in front of me, you know, they're all right and they're all upright and, you know, there's nothing wrong with them, but they don't feel like they're in alignment with me anymore. And I think at the moment, you may be offered an opportunity or something's going to come your way that actually is going to bring you back into that place of alignment. And we've got the Four of Swords, obviously. It's building strength, building peace. And I think this is you at the moment. Maybe you are starting to go within a little bit, starting to meditate or letting things calm down and quieten down a little bit so that you can start feeling and hearing the right direction for you to go. Because it's really hard when we're so busy all the time, when our mind is busy, when we are physically busy. We're rushing here, we're rushing there. It's really, really hard to find that inner insight, obviously, that inner clarity, because our world is just filled with exterior noise, and it's really hard to listen to our gut instincts, to listen to our intuition, to listen to what our mind is telling us, our higher self is telling us, because everything is so chaotic and busy. So I think, you know, you are sort of maybe realising that, whether you know it or not, subconsciously or unsubconsciously, unconsciously, should I say. And I think you're quieting yourself down so that you can begin to hear what's going on inside. We have the Justice card, and that is finding justice for yourself, I think. Bringing things back into balance, bringing things back the way that they should be, back into alignment. Things may have been a little bit out of control in the past, and I think, as I say, something's happened in your recent past that's made you actually stop and think. I think, well, actually, I want to rebuild. I don't want things to be the same as they were. I want to rebuild them in a completely different way. I want to start making, you know, things different in a positive way, and you've set off on this new journey, this new mission to make your life better in some way. And I think that is involving you embracing more of a spiritual practice, you know, realising that you've got to quieten yourself and find some calm and some peace within you to find that happiness and that alignment that, you know, everyone is searching for these days, that everyone's looking for. And it's really hard in life's chaos, you know, how busy we all are. It's really, really difficult to find it. So I think that has been your recent epiphany, that, you know, something's got to change and something's got to stop, because things are too busy and you're not doing and being the way that you would like to be. So let us find some clarifiers for this. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So the King of Pentacles, he's the richest king in the pack. He's got everything he possibly needs. And the Queen of Wands she's very confident, she's very can-do, she knows where she wants to go and she's not afraid to take action. She's always likes to move towards her passion, towards abundance, towards the things that bring her joy. And I think maybe this is what you're trying to embody. You're trying to find the cool calmness of the King of Pentacles. He's just sat there, you know, just enjoying life. He's not busy. There's no action going on in there. He's just sat there. He's just enjoying the things that he loves surrounding him, and he knows how to attract all the good things towards him without much effort, because I think it's his state of mind, the way that he thinks about things, and he's not chaotic, he's not gung-ho running towards like a chicken with no head towards the things that he wants. He's really just sat there quietly confident, knowing that he can with his energy, he can match the energy of what he would like to attract towards him. And I think that is what you are starting to do with this Four of Swords, with the Justice card. You are attracting towards you the things that you deserve, and it's just a case of matching energy, not actually by doing loads, if that makes any sense, by being chaotic and dead proactive and really just like rush, doing. I think at the moment, the way that you're going to bring the things that you want towards you is by just trying to match the energy of what you want and how you want to live. So, you know, if you want to live in a quieter, more peaceful, less stressful kind of way, then that's what you need to embody. You need to, you know, really work towards making your life, when you can, that in that sort of energy, and it'll begin to match itself, and then it'll just feel natural. The Queen of Wands, obviously, she's sat there quietly confident. She's not rushing. She just sat there, and again, she is strategic about the way that she wants to move forward with things. And again, all she wants is to move towards her passions, her joys, the things that light her fire, and with quiet confidence. So I think that's where you're at the moment, or hopefully the energy that you're sort of, you know, wishing to bring to the table, this quiet, less chaotic way of being. So let's have some future energy for you, Scorpio. Oh, one's gone on the floor. I've got one turn round. I'm going to turn it round. See if it pops up again. We'll have 2 cards from here, and I'll pick the one up off the floor. We've got the Chariot, and we've got the 7 of Cups. And we have the 3 of Wands. So, in your future energy, coming towards you before maybe the end of August, as we are a little bit late, it could roll into September, you are beginning to look towards what's next for you, what's on the horizon, and, you know, what are your options and where can you go next? He stood there looking over the sea, all this beautiful golden colour, and he's looking towards potentially a new land, a new place of being, a new place, a new way of living, and he's looking towards that. And that's I think what you're going to be doing in the coming month or so is looking towards where next for you, what's next for you. And we've got the Chariot here, which is going to take you towards that, because the Chariot is moving towards his destiny. The man in the Chariot, he's got a canopy of stars around him. He's got stars on his crown. He's very insightful. He's very connected to that spiritual energy, the intuitive energy, and he, despite the fact that these 2 sphinxes are pulling him in completely different directions, if you look the slightly facing outwards, he can hold his path. He knows where he's going to go. He knows where he wants to go, and he is heading towards that because he's a strong character and he's not going to get pulled off his path. He's going to follow his intuition and follow his heart and head towards his destiny, his place of alignment. And so we've got the 7 of Cups, and that's all about choices. So, you know, he's looking, and the 3 of Wands, we've got, you know, looking towards where to now, and then we've got the Chariot moving towards your destiny, and we've got the 7 of Cups, which is all about having lots of choices, lots of different choices. Some are good, some are bad, but you won't know until you actually try them. And so, you know, you just choose one, choose a choice, pick a cup, and see what happens. See what happens. If it's no good and you think, oh, actually this isn't suiting me, go back, pick another cup and go on that off in that direction. Life is all about taking choices, taking chances, and seeing where life takes you. Because if we're static, we're not growing. We're not learning. Life isn't rolling on and going, you know, the way that we want it to. So I think you've got to make some choices before the end of the month or early September about what next. You've got, you know, it's all down to you, basically. It's all down to you. We've got the 10 of Wands and the King of Wands. Now the 10 of Wands, he is weighed down with all of his wands. He's got 10 sticks there. They've all got new shoots on them, and they're actually all of his harvest, and he's carrying them, and they're really heavy, and he looks like he's struggling, but he's nearly home. So, you know, if this new path that you're going on, or you're heading towards, or you're trying to bring yourself into a better way of being, better alignment, sort of aligning your head and your heart, then know that, you know, you may be carrying a sort of a heavy weight. Things might feel quite difficult. You might feel quite weighed down, but you're nearly there. You know, you're nearly home. You are on the home straight, and it's not forever. And you know, sometimes we have to do a bit of heavy lifting to get to where we need to be eventually. We have the King of Wands, and so he's saying to me that you're on the right path. Obviously he's the head of the family, of the Wand family, and he's strong, he is confident, he knows exactly how to get to where he's going, and he, you know, he's not afraid to take chances and move forward in his life. And I think this is what you need to embody at the end of this month, is just the confidence to know that you can get to where you're going, because, you know, you're on the right path. So let us find 3 cards for your advice and guidance for this month. Okay, so one more shuffle. Try not to drop anything. We have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Swords. So for the rest of this month, I think you need to just be assessing, you know, are you going in the right direction? Are things going the way that you want them to go? And if not, how can you slightly tweak things so that you can take a little bit of a deviation and shift, get to the same destination, but on a different route? And we've got the 3 of Pentacles, and that's all about teamwork, about working together for a common aim, for, you know, getting the job done with other people. And so this month you may well find that you are needing, you know, some help and support from other people, and that could come in the form of just friendship, of just a little bit of advice. It could come in the form of someone helping you to actually practically do something to help you move forward in something, you know, to get to where you want to be. And we got the Queen of Swords, and she is again a very confident character. She is very knowledgeable, she's very smart, she's very quiet and analytical. She really, you know, analyzes and makes sure that she's going in the right direction, she's doing the right things. And in this case, I think she's helping you to see things a little bit clearly. So, you know, if things in your past energy, when we started off with the 8 of Swords, when things were just, your mind was just playing overtime, and you were being overly critical and overly negative maybe, and you're creating scenarios within your mind that maybe were just of your own making. By the end of this month, you're going to start feeling more clear on where you're going, how you're going to get there, and that is because of this section in the middle where you've taken some time to quieten things down, to match your energy of how you want to be, your way of being, and maybe connecting with that spiritual practice, and connecting with that deep intuition, that place that we all need to come from. The place of love within us that will direct us to wherever we need to go, if only we just make the time to be quiet and to listen. So I think this month is going to be, or the rest of this month is going to be quite an interesting one for you, Scorpio. I'd love to know how it goes. I'd love to know if this resonates, and I look forward to maybe seeing you next time.